On March 12, 2018, 30-year-old Jeff Shepard stopped to enjoy a meal at Missy's Bar in Winfield, Tennessee. He was then seen by a friend getting into his truck around 9:30 p.m., calling it a night, and heading home. Jeff called his mother, Connie Shepard, to let her know he should be home soon, but he never ended up making it. And there has been no word from him since. Jeff's family wondered for years what happened to him, constantly questioning where he could possibly have gone. What happened to Jeff Anthony Shepard on his way home? For years, he left his family with so many questions until the real-life diving angels came onto the scene. Welcome back to Mysterious Hook, where we bring to light many under-the-radar cases. I'm Matt, and today we will be going through the 3-year-old missing person cold case solved by Chaos Divers. And without further ado, let's get right into it. In McCreary County, Kentucky, lies Whitley City. It is located right in the heart of the Daniel Boone National Forest, offering its residents and visitors a variety of recreational outdoor activities. The town also has several cultural activities, ranging from art exhibitions to music concerts. Jeff was heading home to Whitley City that night from Winfield, Tennessee, and was last seen traveling on Highway 27, crossing the border into Kentucky. So where did he end up? Jeff Anthony Shepard was known to all his friends and family as a dedicated and honest man. Living at home with his parents, Jeff was a very loving son and cared greatly for the well-being of his family. The 33-year-old man was also a passionate traveler and would be cruising up and down the highways in his 1984 Ford F-150, which many of his friends commented was in rough shape. Jeff's truck, despite what anyone said, was still his favorite. It had a brown driver's side door and a red passenger side door. No matter what anyone said, Jeff truly valued all his possessions. On the night of the 12th of March, 2018, Jeff Shepard was driving around the Tennessee area and had stopped off at a town called Winfield, which lies close to the highway. A friend of his had seen him arrive at Missy's Bar, a popular tavern frequented by locals and visitors alike. The friend said he saw him come in at about 6:30 p.m. and recalled him taking off from Missy's at around 9:30 p.m. Like most people would in that situation, his friend presumed he was going home and that he would be safe. But we soon come to realize that maybe this friend could have helped more than he knew. Jeff got into his car and phoned his mother to check in. He informed her that he had stopped to grab a quick bite in Winfield and would be on his way home soon. The trip from Winfield to Whitley City was only a 15-minute drive. He had made this journey many times before and knew the region like the back of his hand. That is why his family and friends were extremely confused when a short while later, Jeff Shepard had not shown up at home in Whitley City, despite saying he was on his way. The 12-mile journey was too short and direct for him to have gotten lost and confused, especially given the fact that he was so familiar with the route. Questions began to arise about how he must have spent his day. This is where there is a great deal of speculation, as nobody could figure out the sequence of events. They came to find out that Jeff Shepard took the day off work after he allegedly fought with his assumed girlfriend. Jeff then stopped for a bite at the Cozy Inn Bar and Grill, where the bartender recalled that he didn't have anything to drink, but had mentioned that Jeff was on the way to his lawyer's office. He proceeded to the Chitwood Bar, where a fight with another man ensued. He left from there and carried on going around many bars in the area, not showing any signs of intoxication or being under the influence. The witnesses who had seen Jeff Shepard that day said he appeared fine and didn't look like anything was particularly wrong. Jeff's truck was also spotted at a gas station at 7 p.m., where another man got out of his vehicle with $10 in gas and a case of beer. This was incredibly suspicious. Shepard was later seen leaving Missy's Bar. That was the last anyone saw of him or his battered Ford F-150. People were encouraged to call the Kentucky State Police if they had any leads regarding his whereabouts. His picture and description were posted on the Tennessee Missing and Unsolved Facebook group, but even that effort was to no avail. The Shepard family was extremely concerned that he did not show up that night in March. A lot of his friends in the area knew his 1984 Ford F-150 with a Kentucky license plate reading 602-LJC. His family released a missing person poster and offered a $10,000 reward to anyone who might know anything regarding his disappearance. His vehicle could be spotted a mile away, as it was pretty damaged and had a very peculiar paint job, with his doors being painted different colors. There were no sightings of his truck either. They also conducted various search parties and were constantly on the lookout for their son, but he was nowhere to be seen. Given that the area he went missing in was rather rural, it was hard to conduct an efficient search. With no new information, the case ultimately goes cold for 3 years, with no new leads or any sightings, leaving little to be desired. What happened that fateful night? Where could Jeff Shepard have possibly gone, in a town he knew so well? His family and friends had so many questions, but just not enough answers, until 3 years later. The Chaos Divers are an Illinois-based group of dedicated divers who begin their work with an environmental purpose in mind. While they initially cleaned up waterways to restore the aquatic environment, they soon transitioned into helping families solve cold cases. Their expertise, along with advanced sonar equipment, has helped this team assist in returning so many missing people home. Hearing of this case, the team at Chaos Divers reached out to their peers at Adventures with Purpose, Depths of History, Adam Brown Adventures, and Exploring with Nug. These specialized and selfless teams all came in to help assist in the search for Jeff Shepard. The teams found it incredibly hard to begin the search, as many of the details regarding Jeff Shepard's disappearance were more speculation than fact. Nobody could say for certain in which direction he would have traveled. They could have only assumed it was heading north, towards Whitley City. The path there was surrounded by water bodies on all sides, making this search exceptionally more difficult. The diving angels scoured the many small lakes and ponds during the Fall Excursion, but none of these searches were successful. The Chaos Divers made a return trip to Kentucky on the 5th of December 2021 at the request of his family and friends. His family had received new information regarding a pond near a rock quarry off Highway 27 near Struck, Kentucky. It was reported that a section of the guardrail around the pond had been removed, and this could have led to the possibility that a car slid down the steep embankment. Since there was no guardrail, they couldn't say for certain if a car had driven through the area. The team began the search of the pond after receiving the landowner's permission. Just a short while into the search, the team detected a signal on their sonar equipment and were alerted of a truck lying 15 feet beneath the surface. Once the family confirmed that the description matched Jeff Shepard's truck, the team prepared for a dive.
But the area, the route, it is a truck. It's 15 feet deep. I'll dive it today. I'll make sure if it is or isn't his. Okay?
Okay.
Would you like to see?
Yeah.
So, now wait.
The team, with the help of Graham, navigated around the truck, confirming to them that it was Jeff Shepard's pickup truck that had been submerged deep in the pond. The diver swam to the front to see if anyone was inside, but all 4 windows of the truck had been rolled up, so they were unable to see clearly.
602 L
The sheriff's department quickly arrived on the scene after the team notified the family of their findings. With the assistance of Gino's heavy-duty towing and recovery, the pickup truck was soon rigged for its extraction from the pond. The Chaos Divers assisted the towing company, as they were more than aware of how the car was situated under the water. Inside the truck, they discovered human remains. A coroner was present on the scene and pronounced the individual deceased at 2:09 p.m. EST on the 5th of December 2021. The vehicle was transported to the Pine Knot Fire Department, where the body could be removed from the vehicle. The remains were then sent to the McCreary County Coroner's Office for identification. A few days later, the reports were conclusive. Those were the remains of Jeff Anthony Shepard, who was 33 years old when he went missing in March 2018. Years later, his family finally had closure and can lay his body to rest. An investigation was conducted as to the cause of the death. The Kentucky State Police ruled the death accidental. They suspect that he would have veered off U.S. Highway 27 and crashed into the pond. It can't be easy for families like the Shepard family. that wait for years for any sign of their loved one. We thank the Chaos Divers for their dedication to helping families finally get the answers they have been looking for. Their selfless assistance has brought so many families across the country the solace that law enforcement has been unable to provide. It is because of them that the family of Jeff Anthony Shepard can move on, finally knowing what happened to their beloved son. Mysterious Hook salutes the Chaos Divers team and the law enforcement officials involved for their commitment. Rarely do we come across such selfless individuals who strive persistently to bring closure to the family of the disappeared ones. You will always have our support, Chaos Divers, and all real-life heroes. Due to the people's outstanding support, such volunteer search teams have solved many missing person cold cases. So, let's make it possible for the selfless heroes to provide free services to families and law enforcement by watching their documentaries, buying their merchandise, and donating.
Thank you, everyone, for your support. The family now has answers. Keep diving. It's not worth it to stop, which means somebody out there loves you. If they don't, we love you. Thank you, guys.
As always, please share your views in the comments section below. Also, check out our videos at Mysterious Hook if you'd like to see similar cases. We'll be back with a new episode soon. Thank you for watching our video on Mysterious Hook. If you found this video interesting, like our video and subscribe to the channel.